Hi friends, I am Dr. B.V. Rao of Usha Clinic and founder of the websites qmedicaldoubts.blogspot.in and drraghavamedicaldoubts.in. Through these videos I am providing the basic knowledge about the commonly occurring diseases, treatment and surgical details when necessary for the medical knowledge to the general people and for reference to medicals. Today I am going to discuss about the disorders of menstruation. There may be menorrhagia, metrorrhagia, polymenorrhea, metropathia hemorrhagica and etc. Polymenorrhea or epimenorrhea. It is a condition of abnormal menstrual period in which the cycle may be of 2 or 3 weeks, and at that frequency means in every cycle it occurs at the same interval. It is associated with excess bleeding for more days. This combination of polymenorrhea and menorrhagia is called epimenorrhagia. It is usually shown in first few cycles after menarche and some cycles before the menopause. Here the pituitary and ovarian relationship is disturbed. The local condition which causes the condition may be salpingo-oophorytis, chronic pelvic inflammatory diseases, occasionally endometriosis and fibroids. It usually develops after delivery, explained by increase in the function of anterior pituitary which develops normally during pregnancy and persists. So anterior pituitary gonadotropin stimulates the ovaries for frequent ovulation and hence frequent menstruation. It is also called pituitary subinvolution. Polymenorrhea after the delivery never leads to anemia. In case of salpingo-oophorytis due to inflamed ovaries, ovulate more frequently. That is the cause of the polymenorrhea. The chocolate cysts of the ovaries or ovarian function is increased and causes polymenorrhea. In case of myometa, it is not the direct cause but the result of hyperemic ovaries. Women of the age of 40 to 45 years, there is a bulky uterus. Ovaries contains more than one corpus luteum and hemorrhagic follicles. Treatment. The treatment is almost the same as to that of the menorrhagia. The treatment depends upon the cause of the condition. That is, anemia is treated promptly with iron preparations and natural source. If there is anemia, emotional findings are also treated where applicable. Myometa, pelvic inflammatory disease, etc. are treated and managed accordingly. Endocrine causes are corrected by adding or subtracting the hormones. Metropathia hemorrhagica. Metrorrhagia. Now I am going to discuss about the metrorrhagia. Metrorrhagia is defined as irregular acyclical bleeding from the uterus. It may be continuous or intermittent. It may be superimposed over normal menstrual cycle. Actually, metrorrhagia is the only uterine bleeding, but in clinical practice, any bleeding from any part of the genital tract is called as metrorrhagia. The importance of metrorrhagia as a primary symptom of genital tract neoplasm, often malignant, can never be emphasized. In almost all cases, the cause may be presence of local abnormality as carcinoma cervix, uterine body, submucous fibroids, uterine polypi, mucous polypi of cervix, vascular erosion, vascular erosion, and growths of vagina or vulva. Some women may complain of slight bleeding on 14th day of each cycle. Metropathia hemorrhagica. Metropathia hemorrhagica is a special form of dysfunctional uterine bleeding. Its characters are well defined and the condition is capable of accurate diagnosis. Here the endometrium is thick, polypoidal, one or other ovary contains a cystic follicle, prevalent in the age of 40 years and associated with anemia. There is continuous bleeding lasting for many weeks, consists of dark fluid blood, is usually painless as it is anovulated. The history of metropathia is similar to that of ectopic gestation and abortion. Treatment is first is curative. It should be performed carefully and as much as possible of endometrium. If conservative measures fail, hysterectomy is a must. Hormone therapy is mostly used. Artificial menopause by radium or deep X-ray therapy is an effective alternative for the above 50s. The treatment with progesterone is most effective and important. Ethanogel, norethistérone and linestrol are the commonly used progesterones. For continuous heavy bleeding, 5 to 10 milligrams 3 times a day till bleeding ceases, followed by maintenance dose of 5 to 10 milligrams daily until the period is desired. Bleeding occurs after 48 hours of stopping treatment. Maintenance of intermittent therapy is commenced for 10 or 21 days in each cycle. 10-day treatment consists of 5 milligrams daily for 10 days starting from 17th day of cycle till the 28th day. This is preferred for those who want to become pregnant. 21-day treatment consists of 1 to 5 milligrams daily for 21 days in the form of combined contraceptive pill, efficient in younger patients. These two treatments should not be indefinite, and if stopped after 1 year, they may be having a cyclical rhythm. If not, may require progesterone till they become menopausal. 21-day treatment for 3 cycles may result in normal ovulatory cycles. Estrogen is very effective in stopping the hemorrhage. Still best shot 1 milligram hourly till the bleeding stops. Then maintenance of 1 milligram 3 times daily will prevent bleeding for several weeks. Clomiphene 50 to 100 milligrams clomiphene daily for 5 days is the drug of choice in young patients and under 40s who want to become pregnant. That's all about the irregularities of the menstrual cycles. That is polymenorrhea, menorrhagia, metropathia, etc. In the next video I will discuss about some other diseases. Thank you.